fact, which was going to eventually make the chip come, but it's going to implode the economy of America, which the 60 trillion that is in right now. You know, which the Rothschilds could just drop a check and pay that whole debt. But that's the Lord, letting them have that thick clay, be deaded up, you know, so they can have all this propaganda and agenda to come in. So they cannot do nothing but take on that chip and or distribute it. And if you don't want to take it, you'll be killed. Nigga, kill me for that goddamn chip, man. Don't want it. You ain't gonna get it. There's a lot of people on this place that won't take it or say they won't take it. But wait till that day. You know, Lord willing, everybody take it but the men of the Lord. The men of the Lord ain't gonna take it because they never. Well,
can somebody grab Revelations 20 and 4? Oh, it says that I saw them beheaded
for the witness. Yeah, kind. Revelation chapter 20 verse 4. It says, what? It says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded and witnessed for Yahushua, for the word of Yahushua, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon his forehead or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years, right? So we lived and reigned with Yahushua. Those were the men that did take or partake in this world, or anything that was given, because 2/3 is gonna have their hand out, gonna be the first ones jumping over each other to put their hand out on that day when they want their chip. You got Edomites that's gonna be out in the hills. That's not gonna try to take it. So all that's gonna do is bring uproar to the people who already know you shouldn't take it, but they still meat stewing in the pot. All it is gonna get cooked regardless. They all gonna still simmer. If they don't take it, they gonna die. If they do take it, they gonna die because they're not doing this work and His will, the will of the Father, Yahweh Shem Shai, the Son. They fucked anyway. So like, go ahead.
Matter of fact, start with verse. It's 41 and 18. 18. Yeah.
18. This is Isaiah 41 and 18. I will open rivers in high places and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water and the dry land springs of water. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, and the myrtle, and the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree, and the pine, and the box tree together, that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have done this, and the Holy One of Israel have created.
So the Most High is going to basically beautify, the earth again, because the earth is going to be destroyed. He got to beautify it again. So why would he have to beautify it if nobody's going to be inhabiting this earth again? It's because people are going to inhabit this earth again. We're going to have, people, the fir trees are going to rejoice. Everything is going to, the lambs, and the lambs and the ox and the wolves and the lions, they're going to be able to lie down together. They're not going to eat each other. So where would they do that? They're going to eat grass. Is there grass in the Most High's heavenly realm? No. They're going to be on this earth where this is going to be happening. That's on. Okay, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 11.
Yeah, we're gonna rule the nations and put them in slavery in the spiritual realm.
This is Isaiah 11 and 5. And righteousness.
No, Shalakia. How is that so? When Job the 3rd chapter tells you that the master and the servant are both at peace, in the spirit realm.
Exactly. It says, this is Isaiah 11 and 5. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them.
Is this happening now? No, this is talking about in the future, in the kingdom, which is going to be on earth.
It says, and the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den, that shall not hurt nor destroy in my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, as the waters covered the sea. You know what I'm saying? All these creatures that's spoken of are creatures that walk the land. You know what I'm saying? As of today. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna be no, I don't even know how people think like that. You know, where like these animals gonna be floating in the sky, or where the lamb and the lion, gonna lie together and this and that. Like all these things are gonna continue here on earth. It's just but the only difference is that righteousness is gonna be established. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rule in righteousness and judge according to the words that the Heavenly Father gave us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna have no wicked thoughts in our minds. You know what I'm saying? Or judge according to our way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be totally in tune and in line and in check, you know what I'm saying, with the words of the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the judgment that's written thereof, if any of these natures are to go off, you know what I'm saying, we gonna read in the law and we're gonna execute judgment. You know what I'm saying? Expediently. It ain't gonna be no trial and wait period. Like Esau, commit a crime here, you know what I'm saying? He'll drag your case out, you know what I'm saying, like 3 or 4 months, you know what I'm saying, before you're tried or charged with a crime or whatnot, or he'll charge you with a crime, but as far as executing judgment, he'll draw you out and just have you sitting in some hole, you know what I'm saying, have you sitting behind some bars, you know what I'm saying, but when we rule, in the kingdom of heaven here on earth, you know what I'm saying, we're going to execute judgment right from the get-go, you know what I'm saying.
And part of this place being righteous and us being righteous is so-called white man got to be put into slavery. That's right. That has to happen, because this whole idea is that the so-called white man can be saved. That's beyond crazy, because if you say the so-called white man can be saved, you basically say they can be joint heirs with us in our kingdom. So, but we can't be joint heirs with them in their kingdom, but somehow when we establish our kingdom, they could be joint heirs with us. They could just, be a nice, what? Matter of fact, let bygones be bygones. I'm sorry about all that slavery and stuff. Come on, just let me, just own some slaves with you. No, they ain't gonna be slaves. They're the ones that's gonna be. It says, grab Revelations 2 and 27, I believe, where it says, "I will break in pieces the nations."
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought it was a haircut. Yeah. Real down.
This is real. You're going to be eating myself, man. You hear him talking? The real bomber.
You don't know no better. Like the brother said, this is Matthew 15 to 24. And he answered and said, "I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel." So that's what the Lord came only for.
And that's simple. He said, I'm not, that's out of Yahweh Shai's own mouth right there. He said, that's no parable. That's no deep. They didn't say, explain that to us, where he said, I'm only sent for the lost sheep. They understood it. It was clear. They didn't ask for no clarification. It was as clear as water.
Right. I got another one for you. This is Matthew 12 and 10 and 5. It said, these 12 Yahweh Shai sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not to in the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So he said, it was only basically the subject of the whole matter is go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. only, and it says what? Salaki, I go to 8. It says heal the sick. And it say heal the sick of every nation. It says heal the sick of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. If they lived in other provinces or any other place in outside of Jerusalem, heal those. Cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely ye give. So basically he was saying, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. With all these things I gave unto you, with the power you're going to have, and when you do that, you go heal the sick of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You go cleanse the lepers of the house of the sheep of the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and raise the dead and cast out devils. So you have people that's under possession at the time then. So he says possession of these demons and their spirit. If freely you have, freely give. So when you come, don't expect anything, because the Most High is going to provide anyway. You got something?
This is Revelations 2:27. And he shall rule. This is Revelations 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
No, power with the nations.
Oh, I will give power over the nations.
Power over the nations, meaning we're going to be over them. So there's no, we're all equal. Go ahead.
And he shall rule with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
So that doesn't sound like a nice, time where we're gonna be ruling over. And it says as a rod, we're gonna rule with a rod, and we're gonna be smashing them over the top of their fucking head.
Hey, sister.
This is Romans 15:8. Let's go to 7. Let's go to 6. It says that ye, Romans 15:6, it says that ye may with one mind and one mouth glorify the Most High, even the Father of our Lord Yahushua. Wherefore receive ye one another, as Yahushua also received us to the glory of the Most High. Now that I say that Yahushua was ministers of the circumcision of the truth of Yahweh, to confirm the promises made unto the fathers. So what was the promises made unto the fathers? Well, which fathers was there? Didn't he say that Israel was going to have an everlasting salvation? So those were the promises he gave to Israel. And Israel's are blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans only. So we're going to have salvation in the kingdom of heaven. And the rest of these heathens are going to be slaves in the kingdom of heaven. The way we built up their kingdom, they're going to build up their king. They're going to have to build up their kingdom without sunblocks. They're going to be in that sun. They're going to be heating up. Body's going to be have boils on them because they can't take the heat that's good they're going to see.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, therefore thus saith Yahweh power, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. After that they have borne their shame, and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. When I have brought them again from the people, and gathered them out of their enemies' land, and sanctified them in the sight of many nations.
Right.
Done.
Hey, right. Don't sound like no coalition.
Don't sound like beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? The operative word, enemies. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick. Finish your point too.
Yeah. Say enemies. You know what I'm saying? That's what Jake gotta understand, man. That Jake has enemies in this world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we enemies. Of our own people, but that's just due to the curses. But they don't really acknowledge that these other nations are against them. You know what I'm saying? You try to talk to them, and they like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, slavery is over with. You know, it's some good white people out here, this, that, and the other, and the scriptures don't speak like that, man. You know what I'm saying? If they're of the nation of Edom or any of these other nations, they're enemies, period, point blank, because this Holy Bible is only focused or was only given to the Israelites, should I say. You know what I'm saying? We read the scripture in Revelations, the 2nd chapter, 27th verse, showing that we're going to overcome these nations. And that's going all the way back to the beginning, you know what I'm saying? In Deuteronomy 7th chapter, that he, let me just get it. Let me just get it right quick. This is Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So going back to the beginning, you know what I'm saying, we were never to be, walking, shoulder to shoulder with these other nations. You know what I'm saying? Because these other nations, as it says in Isaiah the 40th chapter, they're a spittle. You know what I'm saying? They're nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're pointless. They're just a supporting cast in the Most High's movie. You know what I'm saying? Because whether you believe it or not, this is a movie that you're living out. And everybody are basically, what's that word that you call it? Like, I don't really want to say actors, but yeah, just cast, supporting cast. You know what I'm saying? But we're just all playing our roles in this big movie. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the order is that Israel, they're supposed to rule over the other nations in the kingdom of heaven, okay? All the other nations, just how we're subject to these nations now, you know what I'm saying? Because we're in the one of all things with these other nations, you know what I'm saying? If you want a job, you know what I'm saying, you got to go to the white man or one of these other nations. You know what I'm saying? If you want any food,